The Fox Texas trio is back to discuss that interview with Texas Secretary of State John Scott. Greg, John Scott basically said that 2018 was an outlier, and that's what I've been hearing from political scientists here in North Texas and around the state, that turnout was just totally different in 2018 compared to other midterms. With that in mind, do you think voter energy is just outright lower right now as it pertains to early voting?
Yes, Stephen, overall, there's no question it's down, off by roughly 20% statewide. More critically for Democrats, African-American voters just aren't very interested this cycle, with no black candidates running statewide. And despite a massive effort to energize youthful voters, 18 to 29-year-olds are once again underperforming in a big way, at least in the early vote. I saw numbers this week that had nearly 3 out of every 4 early votes cast coming from Texans over the age of 50, with Republicans outpacing Democrats by 12 full points.
Rudy, we know that, especially for the Democrats, Beto O'Rourke and the rest of the Democratic ticket, they are really going to need turnout in a midterm year where typically, the party in control doesn't do well. So with that said, and a majority of Texans starting to vote early more and more often, should we expect any long lines on Tuesday?
Yeah, Stephen, I really, going off of what Greg said, it feels like that there was all this energy and then the gates open and the Democrats just stumbled out of the gates. It's really weird, perplexing. But Democrats apparently will need some kind of big change, which is why my one word earlier was avalanche. Tuesday, of course, that has to be a big turnout day for both sides. That's understandable. But overconfidence about the outcome, now that could hurt the Republicans with some no-shows. So Democrats need an avalanche of voters swarming to the polls for them, or they're going to get swamped by an avalanche of that predicted red wave, right? So top Democrats started sounding the alarm this past Wednesday. We had the president's democracy is in the balance speech. Bill Clinton was rolled out. And even here in Big Blue Austin, Travis County Democrats were scolded, warned that red leading residents in Williamson County to the north, they're turning out more than them. Now, that's not in the raw count, but percentages, which is an example of how the panic button is being hit, right?
Rudy, you used a lot of buzzwords, swamped, swarmed. Let's change gears just a little. Greg, voter confidence has been a big thing just nationwide, but Texas is no stranger to that as well. Following 2020, Governor Abbott called for an audit of the elections in big counties like Dallas, Tarrant, Harris, and Collin counties. John Scott said that audit should be done in December. He said in the package that there's not going to be any eyebrows raised. President Biden won the election. Donald Trump won Texas. Do you think the audit will help Texans who are leery about the voting process make them more comfortable, or is it just lip service?
Look, Stephen, I think to some degree it may. Now, in your interview with Secretary Scott, you addressed the added scrutiny we are getting here in the state's most populous county. And as a front row witness, I can tell you we clearly deserve it. The March 1st primary here was a debacle, with Harris County's democratically appointed election administrator misplacing 10,000 ballots and not even coming close to meeting the state's mandatory 24-hour deadline for counting the vote. My point is this: we as a state are returning to a system that closely resembles what we had in 2018, minus the pandemic accommodations. Some will always allege it's now suppressive. Others will always allege it's riddled with cheating and fraud. That said, I think a majority of Texans will be satisfied with a process that's largely honest and gives anyone qualified to vote plenty of opportunity to cast a ballot that will be accurately counted.
Rudy, do you think an audit will change minds of those who just don't trust the process?
Right. Is anyone surprised that the audit didn't show anything? There's no aha. Of course, everything in Texas, other than Harris County, which was a train wreck, I agree with Greg. But here in Travis County, it was smooth as silk with that. So there's no gotcha moment. There's no aha with this audit. With that said, as Greg likes to say, this is the age of being offended and a time of doubting the vote. So I don't see that changing. So on Wednesday, what's going to happen? Well, there's still going to be some Republicans talking about voter fraud, despite what Scott did, throwing cold water on that, at least mass fraud. And if the polls prove out to be right and there's going to be this big hammer at the ballot box for the Democrats, you can expect the Democrats to crank out the claim of voter suppression. So while things have changed, some things just haven't changed. Right, Stephen?
Okay, one word answer. Greg, will Democrats win any statewide race in Texas?
No.
Rudy, one word. Will Democrats control Congress?
No, but my wishy-washy tie-dye answer is maybe to both questions. How's that?
You see how he had to get more in? To see this interview and any of our other interviews for Texas, the issue is you can go to our station's YouTube channels.
And you can continue the conversation with us on social media.
Join us next week as we break down the winners and losers from Tuesday's election. And remember to let us know what you think the issue is.